I had Suzanne McFadden and her husband Eugene Bingham and their family over for lunch one day, and they said, could we look at the damage in the garage? And this was so fortunate that they did this, because we went down and on the table that all the other stuff to be thrown out was this medal. And this medal is from the first German Cup final that I played in. So my dream, I had two dreams as a little footballer, even though some of them everyone said, oh, they're not possible. I wanted to play for New Zealand and I wanted to play professionally. What was the precursor to the FIFA Women's World Cup back then was the World Invitational Tournament. So the very first one I made my official debut on was a game against USA, and I debuted with my mother and we played in defence together. We were the first mother and daughter to play in the world to play on the national team together, which is a pretty huge honour really. And we beat USA 1-0 that day. And then at that tournament, because I was learning German at school, I was engaging with the German team and trying to practice my German, and said to them I'd love to go to Germany to play professionally, because I'd heard that they played semi-professional, professional. And they said, well, come and join us. And at that stage also the coach of the Taiwanese team, he said to me, don't go to that club, go to another one called TSV Siegen, which was the best team in Germany, 6 German internationals, including the coach Sylvia Neid, who won Olympic gold medals and World Cup medals as a coach and a player. She was incredible and she's still one of my greatest friends today. So I waited 5 months and then suddenly I got a call to say, can you get on the plane in 3 days? And so I got on the plane without really knowing where I was going, what I was doing, no contract, all sorts of things. And they trialled me, passed that okay, and then in the semi-final, which was in the weekend in Hamburg, I scored a hat-trick. So it was pretty much a dream start there. The experience of suddenly playing from 3 dads and a dog on the sideline here in New Zealand to 72,000 people in the stadium. And the thing that was most difficult for me is I couldn't hear either. People calling, from the side of the field for you to pass to them. You couldn't hear any of that. And I have great admiration for these, particularly the male players who are out there in like Maracana, where there's over 150,000 people. How they manage to, they must have extra sensory perception about what's going on around them. And maybe you do get used to that, but for me that was really difficult in that first game.